I'm Margaret Brennan, and this is a Face the Nation Super Bowl edition, an interview with the president. We sat down with President Trump on Friday at the White House and talked to him about football. You're a Patriots fan. We know that. Do you expect them to win at the Super Bowl this year?
Well, they have a very special owner and coach, and certainly they have, I guess, the greatest quarterback of all time. So I would say they would win. As the expression goes, who knows? I hope it's a great game.
So you're still betting on Tom Brady to pull this off?
Well, I am, and I would say that you have the combination of the coach also, who's, the best, and the owner. So it's a great chemistry on that team. A team needs chemistry, and they certainly have it. So I think they'll do well, but we'll see what happens.
You're headed to Mar-a-Lago?
I am.
You'll be watching the game there, I guess?
I will. I look forward to it.
What's the tradition like for you?
Well, I usually have a group of people, and it got bigger and bigger, and more people wanted to be there, and now I end up with about 700 people for a Super Bowl, and believe it or not, there are a lot of friends, but we have a good time. Oftentimes I leave a little bit early. Not all the games are great, but I do tend to leave a little bit early, and I think I probably will in this case too, because it's good to get up in the air so we don't affect the flights back to Washington and other places.
You said, talking about the game, you said the fact that there was no pass interference call against the Rams was maybe the worst call that you have ever seen.
Well, it was certainly a bad call, and the Saints are a wonderful team with a great quarterback, and it's a shame that we couldn't have seen that game finished out, because that was a beautiful pass, and it was a perfect pass, and he was not just interfered with, he was really hit hard. So it's a shame that had to happen. Who really knows what would have happened in the end, but certainly they would have been in a very good position to have won that game. But it is what it is. It was a bad call. I don't think anybody denies it was a bad call. Maybe it was a terrible call.
I want to ask you about your relationship with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Have you put your differences aside?
I think so. I mean, I was just one that felt very important. You can't be kneeling for the national anthem. You have to respect our flag and our country. I want that as president, and I'd want that as a citizen. And I have a very good relationship.
Talking about the kneeling position you've taken and the controversy around it, do you think that the players who did kneel had a point? I mean, are you sensitive at all to players like Colin Kaepernick who point out that the majority of victims of police violence are black?
Well, I'm the one that had passed judicial reform. And if you look at what I did, criminal judicial reform and what I've done, President Obama tried, they all tried, everybody wanted to do it, and I got it done. And I've been, really, a lot of people in the NFL have been calling and thanking me for it.
Really?
They have been calling and thanking. You know that people have been trying to get that taken care of, and it's now signed into law and affects tremendous numbers of people and very good people. I think that when you want to protest, I think that's great, but I don't think you do it at the sake of our flag, at the sake of our national anthem. Absolutely.
Are we going to see the Super Bowl winners here at the White House? Are you inviting them?
Well, I think so. I think that, the Patriots were here last time they won, and we just had Clemson, which was incredible. That was just a few weeks ago. That was very recently, and they had an incredible game. And I don't even know if it was a surprise. They were a fantastic team, so was Alabama. But they were invited and they came, and people love to come. People love to come to the White House. So the Patriots were here 2 years ago, and I'm sure they'll be back.
More of our interview is available at facethenation.com.